Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Leah. I wanted to talk about our mindset because mindset definitely plays a part in the money that we can make. Of course, our minds could actually limit ourselves by the things that we think and the actions that we take. So I took some notes on my phone, so I may refer back to my notes just because this is my third time filming this video. I don't know what is going on today, but I'm going to do my absolute best to get this video filmed and get it uploaded because I really feel like the information in the video is actually valuable and could help people. Sometimes it is very necessary to change our mind, especially if we're embarking in a new endeavor or doing something that we have not done before. It could be very nerve-wracking and it could be really scary. Sometimes when we have fear, sometimes fear is just an indication that we've just never been to that spot before. But really, fear is just a feeling. We could overcome that fear and we can move forward. For me, I just tell myself that really it's just an indication of the direction I really need to be going in. If there's something that is taking me outside of my comfort zone, oftentimes once I step outside of that comfort zone, usually there's a reward at the other side. So that kind of hinges on to some of the mindset things that I wanted to just talk with you guys about. It's really a good practice to start thinking in abundance rather than coming from a place of scarcity. I grew up and I was told that money doesn't grow on trees, that I don't own the electric company, so I need to shut the lights off. I mean, it could go on and on and on, right? But oftentimes those things that our parents may have told us, they were just basically coming from a place of scarcity because they may actually had very scarce conditions growing up. So it's not that they wasn't trying to teach us something better or they just didn't know any better. So therefore, with us having a lot of information available to us now, such as the internet, all sorts of technology that's available to us now, we could really equip ourselves to understand that, you know what, there is things that I'm able to do. You know, if it's available to this person, then why isn't it available to me? And so that's how an abundant person thinks. So I know that some people wonder if the loan signing business is even something with longevity for them. I can't answer that for you, but what I can say is it's not saturated the way people think it is, for the simple fact that people are constantly buying, selling, and refinancing their properties. People are always in need of a notary. So the loan signing business is not just real estate transactions, it's a lot of other transactions such as auto loan modifications, such as debt reconciliations, and it could go on and on and on. But there's lots of business out here. Abundant thinker recognizes that, but someone who is in scarcity just feels like it's not available to them. It's too many people doing the same thing. But let me tell you this, there's many people doing the same thing in every industry practically. That's why if you drive down a popular street in your city or town, you will see fast food restaurants and they all basically sell hamburger, french fries, chicken strips, and things like that. But what makes them different from each other? Is it the location? Is it their convenience? Is it that they are known to be friendly? So it's the same thing with any business that you enter into. You are the one that will make a difference in your business. So as far as it relates to the loan signing business, it is a thing that you can niche down in the loan signing business. If you find that most people don't like reverse mortgages, you can learn as much as you can about reverse mortgages and you could position yourself as the reverse mortgage loan signing specialist. Did you realize that? That's what it's all about. It's about niching down so that you will be able to get business that other people don't want, that other people typically pass up. And then you could become that go-to person. So it all starts with shifting your mindset. Stop thinking in scarcity and think in abundance. So with that being said, share this video with someone that could benefit from changing their mind. Because if sometimes when we come across great information, we tend to hoard it. Let's be honest. Sometimes we hoard this information and we don't share it with someone else. And it can come from the place where you don't want this person to apply this information so that they could surpass you. That's thinking in scarcity. That's a real life example of thinking in scarcity. But thinking in abundance helps you to understand that there is enough for me, that person, and so many other people. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you about as regards to mindset is not becoming a professional researcher. Sometimes we'll find this idea and we will sit on it and we will court it and we will watch videos and we will take notes and we will just gather information for a very long time without starting. And we could tell ourselves things like, I don't have the money to start, or I'm not equipped to start, or whatever it is that we're telling ourselves. But truly, I'm a huge believer in starting with what you have. Some of your questions are not going to be answered until you start doing the work and learning from those experiences and signings. Even if you don't have the money to, let's say, invest $1,000 into this business, it may not be necessary for you to do at this moment. But the way you communicate that with yourself makes a difference. So you may say, oh, that's too expensive. Or you may say, I don't have the money right now, but what I can do right now is go ahead and get my commission. What I can do right now is order my notary stamp. So I want to give you my personal example. When I came across the loan signing business, I watched videos and people kept saying, you need a dual tray laser printer. You need a dual tray laser printer. I want to just basically see what it's all about. So instead of sitting and researching some more, I said, let me get started. And guess what Leah did? She used her inkjet printer. That's right, I said it. I used my inkjet printer that I already had. So I got started in the business. I got to see what it was like. I decided it was something that I can do and that I was willing to put more money into. So what happened is the first few signings that I got were loan modifications. And those required like maybe 10 to 20 pages of documents printed. That's not bad. My inkjet printer could handle that. So I would do those. I did those signings. I got the money for those signings, got more signings using my inkjet printer. And that worked to my benefit because I didn't want to invest all this money in a laser printer when outside of this business, I just wouldn't need it. The other business that I have, I don't need that laser printer. My inkjet worked just fine, and so that is what I use. So my point of even bringing that up is just start with what you have. Work with what you have, whether you have the money or you don't want to spend the money. Just see how far you could get with that. Once you've proved it to yourself or you have the money now, then you go ahead and reinvest with other equipment that you may need. So another thing that I wanted to talk to you about is planning. It's really important not only to have goals, but actually curate a plan to help you achieve those goals. So let's say you want to make $1,000 a month in this loan signing business. Then it's necessary to say, okay, how many signings would I need to do in order to make that money? And how many days in this month can I work this signing business in order to make that money? So that you can have trackable markers of if you are on track. And then even better than that, you have a plan. So you're not just blindly going into it saying, I want to make X amount of dollars without having the slightest clue of how you could make those dollars. So once you have that plan in place, then further, you could even drill down even more and create actions. So every day I'm going to reach out to X amount of signing services. Every day I'm going to reach out to X amount of companies in an effort to gain business. So you have the goal of the financial goal, and then you have the number of days that you could work it, an actionable plan that you intend to work so that you can get those signings and you can end up hitting your monetary goal. So I think that goes with mindset too, because we could get engrossed in watching videos of other people's success stories, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think that it serves as great motivation, but it needs to come to an end at some point. Always be sitting on the sidelines watching instead of jumping into the game and actually creating a plan for yourself so you could be the next person, because like I said, it is available to you. Even though I am a huge proponent of starting with what you have, I equally believe that it's very important to invest in yourself. So once you start and you see what this business can do, then it's important to spend some money and invest. So whether that is hiring a coach, taking a class, attending a seminar, going to a networking event, all of these things are ways that you could invest back into yourself, back into your business, because the knowledge that you have right now is only realistically going to take you so far, right? And then even if you do invest in one class, then okay, that's only going to take you so far. So sometimes it's necessary to go to the next level, such as meeting some new people, or getting a mentor, or getting a coach, or something of that nature, just so that you could get to the next level. Sometimes what ends up happening is people don't want to invest in themselves because they doubt that something can actually work for them. And what I've come to find is really that just boils down to having like a loss aversion mindset. So you just kind of feel like, okay, you know, I don't know if this is even legitimate. Is this even going to work for me? I don't want to spend that much money on that. You could come up with 100 different excuses, but what it really boils down to is you lack the confidence that you are actually going to put in the work so that you could get the results that you want. I want to tell you that no matter what, if you take a course, if you hire a coach, if you go to a seminar, no matter what, there's still work that has to be done on your part. So it's not just one thing that's gonna poof, all this business is going to just come to you. There is work that has to be done in order to get to that point. And it's basically goes back to having that plan. So you have your monetary goal. Okay, you hit that goal of making $1,000. Now you say, okay, I want to see if I could triple that and make $3,000. Okay, so what efforts do you have to put forth to getting to that level? So another thing that I wanted to talk about is basically celebrating your wins. Sometimes we are so busy being on this journey that we don't even stop to clap for ourselves. We don't even stop to say, you know what, Leah, you did an excellent job today. That is really great what you did today. I'm proud of you. It's necessary for us to do that because we're relating the actions that we took to boosting our confidence. And that confidence is so important because then we are ready to do it again or go harder at it, do it some more. So it's really important to stop and celebrate and cheer yourself on as you go along. I just wanted to kind of give you a personal example of this for me. I had lived outside of the United States for a little bit and I came back and I was like, okay, you know what? I don't have a house. I was living with a relative and I said, I really gotta buy a house. So right away, I got a job at a bank and I started working and I had a plan to save and I did. I knew shortly after I bought the house, I wanted to start a business and it's the business that I currently work besides the loan signing. So that was two huge financial goals, to purchase a home and to buy a business, that I wanted to accomplish in a very short time. So I really just had my head down. I was like focused on doing those things and I accomplished those things. And even after I purchased my home and started my business, I was constantly working and I still felt like I was not getting anywhere. And I realized one day I went back to my old budget binder that I used when I first moved back to the States, and I looked at it and I saw the goals that I had for myself and I realized that I had hit every single one of those goals. And never once did I stop and applaud, but rather I was so focused on going further that I didn't even stop and cheer for myself. And this had a really negative effect on me because I was thinking that I wasn't doing enough. That was the furthest thing from the truth. The truth is I accomplished a few major goals in a very short period of time. So that's when I really learned how important it is to really just look at what you've done and say, I'm proud of you for doing that. We want other people to congratulate us, but oftentimes we don't even do it for ourselves. So guys, that's all that I have for today. Of course, we could continue this conversation in the comments. If there's something more that you want me to discuss deeper in any of the subjects that I mentioned today, let me know and I'll be happy to make a video about it. And then, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if this video was helpful to you. And if it was helpful to you, it may be helpful to a friend or a family member. So make sure that you share it with them. And please give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting a new video every day in the month of February. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.